Yeah, yeah, yeah. Brooklyn. It's the WGIS, nothing less, giving it straight to your chest. Know what? No chaser. Yeah, yeah. What's the name? It's the WGIS, nothing less, giving it straight to your chest. No chaser.
Welcome. We
Sir.
are back. You know what I'm
So
saying?
soon.
Yeah, man.
So
It seemed like we never left, man. Seemed like we
Nah,
never left.
it never feels that way. So
Yeah, man. Party people was good. Party people, what is good? It's your boy,
party
the drum major,
people.
with my guy,
Yes, sir.
the chef.
What's good, baby?
What's happening with you, man?
Man, it's hot down here, bro. And I ain't talking about just heat.
Yeah,
I'm talking Knicks.
listen. It's hot up here too, dogs.
Ooh, I see
90,
them.
yeah, 90 degrees. I want to say, yeah, 90 degrees Monday, about a little 80-ish yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah,
hot.
yeah. Spring was springing.
Yo, spring
This past weekend,
yeah,
this past weekend we experienced some summer weather. People was in shorts and tees. You heard?
spring is springing, baby.
Spring is springing. Finally,
Finally.
was it? Did you get a lot of rain down there?
Nah, not we
Yeah.
in like in the mix for some rain, but
Okay.
nah, it ain't raining. Not the way it's supposed to.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we got a yeah. Since ever since spring started up here, we got a lot of rain.
Oh,
A lot of rain. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Matter of fact, it's raining right now, but it's tapering off.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So it's all good. But WGI Sports Media, welcome to another edition of the Rundown. It's your boy, the Drum Major, with
Yes,
my
sir.
guy, the chef. We are back for another episode, and listen, we are back.
We're back.
The NBA Final Four has commenced.
Yes,
NBA
sir.
Final Four has commenced, and guess who's back in the mix?
Guess who's back?
None other than OKC and NYC.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
OKC and NYC has repeated appearances in the conference finals, the NBA Final Four, but we have different oppositions. We have the one Cavaliers of Cleveland
Yes.
and the one San Antonio Spurs
Gotta love it, baby.
featuring the alien, Benyama.
That's a fitting name.
Yeah.
That dude is lanky, long, and does stuff that he shouldn't be doing.
Yes. The name is very fitting.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
And Wemby got personality too, man.
Wimby's a dog. Wimby's a dog, and he's got bite.
7'5" dog.
He got bite.
He does have bite. He's a 7'5" dog.
With bite.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He may be lean, but there's nothing soft about him.
Nah, no cream in the middle.
Nah, no sir.
No cream in the middle.
No sir.
We don't do that.
Yes, he is a true Shaolin warrior.
Ooh, great from Shaolin.
You know what I'm saying?
France Shaolin.
You understand? You
No
understand?
doubt. No doubt.
Like he should be down with Wu-Tang. Like he's the lost member of Wu-Tang. You know,
Nicknamed the alien.
You know, named the alien. Wemby, the Shaolin alien even.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It used to be 136 chambers, not as 37.
Now there's 30. That is a fact, bro. That is a fact. But yes.
Up from the 36 chambers.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Indeed.
Now, if he could rhyme, that's even crazy.
Oh, can you imagine Wemby could spit? That'd be
Oh man, imagine what he would say.
be the tallest MC ever.
Speaking of Wimby, there's beef there.
Huh?
There's there's long time beef between him and Chet.
Nah, I don't think so. It's just
I'm not. It ain't the beef that we're normal to,
yeah,
but there's some sourdough there.
yeah. It's just fierce competition.
Ja, yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
I figured this out when there was the what was the Olympics or Pan American game, one of those things
Yeah, 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 yeah.
where Chet Holmgren was holding MVP and gold and all that,
Right.
and Wemby was stuck on the second podium
Yeah,
holding second place. He was a little
yeah,
sour.
yeah.
I found out today that he was sour. I was doing some backstorying between him and Chet Holmgren. There's,
Yes.
there's a little sourness there.
Uh, uh, little, little tense history even.
Listen, the playoffs is not for South. Listen, if you're in the playoffs and you're playing a different way and a different style
Hmm.
because of a player, there's got to be some history there.
Oh, something, definitely something there.
It's definitely something there.
Yes. If you're adjusting your game specifically to compete
Yes.
against a
Yeah.
certain player, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
That
Listen,
is,
out the window is everything.
yes, that is intense basketball combat there.
Oh my gosh. Listen, they said the NBA ratings, just this playoff alone, right? Let's forget this year. Just this
Hmm.
playoff.
Yes,
And going into the final round, the Eastern and Western Conference Finals,
yes.
they said the viewership is up heavy. And you can't make the numbers up. You can't make the numbers. I don't know the specific numbers, but the numbers are heavy. So much so that both games mimicked each other at a 101, 101 points in the fourth quarter.
You see the pattern? Did you see the parallel pattern?
If that's not whatever, parallel
Yeah,
universe, I don't know what is.
that is definitely parallel universe thing happening here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But segue king, before we get into that, before we get into that, let's shout out Sugar Water Radio, Sugar Water TV. We are on the radio 7 p.m. Monday night. Shout out to our family over there, Franchise New Girl, Music Real Estate, Mr. Sadiq Bryant, Edie
Facts.
Bean, all
Facts.
artists who want to get some streams and your music heard. Log in to sugarwaterradio.com, log into Music Real Estate
Log in.
as one of the links. Contact Mr. Sadiq Bryan E. Levine. Submit your music through their email. They will
Yes.
correspond with you. They'll work with you. You submit your music. If they like your music, you'll get spins. Of course, that goes without saying. There's going to be some negotiations going on, and they'll explain the parameters and all that stuff. But basically, if they feel your music, they're going to make sure you get your spins. But if
Put
your
them on,
music
Joe.
is not up to par, they're going to straight up send your music back and say, go back in the lab.
Go back in the lab.
Back in the lab.
We had to do it.
It's not ready for the world yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand me?
Oh man, listen.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. E. Levine. E. Levine, that's our guy. Yes, to your point, Blake. Even he has told us, nah, you guys got to go back.
Yeah, y'all gotta redo it. Y'all gotta get it right. It's gotta be a
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, y'all got to restructure that.
Yeah, and that's just on a TV look.
You
Imagine
understand
music.
me? You understand me? You understand me? You
Yeah,
understand me?
yeah. Shout out, salute to
Yeah, salute
E
to E and New
and
Girl.
New
Yes.
Girl. Yeah.
They don't want garbage on their
No.
platform.
Oh man, I mean expectedly so.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got a brand that they gotta represent too.
That's exactly high standards, very high
High-
standards. You
Gotta
did,
have high standards, Joe.
yeah, man, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So we humbly obliged. We structured
Yeah.
ourselves, and Mr. E. Levine said, "All right, guys, I'm good with y'all.
Yeah.
Putting y'all on my radio at 7 p.m. All
That's
right."
what's
So,
up. I did it again, didn't I?
What did you do?
The subway.
Ah, that's why you're the Segway King. You're the Segway King. But let me go. Let me go through it. Let me go through it. Let me go through it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh, yes. Music Real Estate, Sugar Water Radio. We are on Mondays, 7 p.m. Shout out to DJ SG.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Can't forget him. Shout out to DJ SG, showing love to him, playing that dope music, the music that you want to hear, the music that you need. So I think he starts from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then after he finishes, that's when we come on. Yeah, dig.
Good dick.
So shout out to DJ SG. Also, Graph Inc.'s multimedia advertising and photography, specializing in any and all occasions.
Facts.
Graph Inc. does not judge. Just send them their bread, and they'll oblige you, and
Yeah, that's it.
they'll make your event very memorable. Again,
So it's not that rocket scientist.
not rocket science. Just send them their bread so they won't drag you.
Yeah, it's not rocket science.
You know what I'm saying? Because Graph
So,
Inc. will drag you.
yeah.
That's the uniqueness of that company. They'll do provide good service, but you don't send them their bread, they'll drag you.
Yeah. Yeah. Messing with a marketing agency or
Yeah,
advertising
but
agency.
man, listen. I'm talking Kevin Hart level dragon. They'll
I
drag.
don't I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke. I don't
You're
want
like, you
this.
see these grifters right here? You see these?
All right. Imagine
You
them
know,
saying knuckle
you
up.
know,
Oh,
they'll
we
get
got
to
to
talk.
knuckle up. No, I'm good.
Nah, but they're gonna get to talking about your face. And
Mm. Pure roasting. Pure,
You know what I'm
pure,
saying?
unadulterated roasting.
Roasting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I don't want that smoke.
yeah. Don't do that to them. Don't do that to them. Just send them
Then
their
we got to
bread. They
get
do
up
not
here.
judge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would hate to get up on here and laugh at you.
Yeah, you understand. You understand. For real. So
Yeah.
Graph Inks, holla at them.
Yeah.
They'll hook you up. Also, www.inspire motivational tees, raise your consciousness, raise your mind, raise your consciousness. Bold, graphic designs with powerful messages on quality tees. I am the most popular sale.
Yes.
www.inspiremotivationaltees.com. And
Yes.
finally,
Oh.
new brand,
Ooh. New brand.
franchise world.
Franchise world.
Get yourself a tee, franchise world. New York Orange and Blue Skies edition.
Mm.
Yes. Quality tees. Franchise world is about quality, high-end clothing for leaders, for bosses, for entrepreneurs, for movers, for shakers, for people that make it happen. Franchise world is all about. It's all about the globalization and putting together a structure, enterprise. And the people who believe in that are the people who rock a design, a brand like Franchise World.
I'll tell you what I need. I need a franchise world plaid collared shirt.
You understand me? You understand me? I think we will get provided with that. But you see us again, you see me and the chef rocking the orange and blue
Yeah.
NY edition. You know what the orange and blue stands for? The nice blue tees,
Oh yeah.
FW orange hint with the blue. Oh man, looking like fresh off a photo shoot. Y'all see it. You see it.
Fresh.
Y'all see it. Y'all see me and
Fresh.
him. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. You dig. You dig. You know what I'm saying?
No
So,
doubt.
segue time.
Yes,
Orange and
indeed.
blue sky.
You did it yourself this time, Joe.
I know. Orange and blue skies.
Listen, you ever been like, we've been Knicks fans long enough, right? That's
Yes,
one.
sir. Yes, sir.
But we've been sports fans even longer.
Yes, sir.
And usually when your team lose, that's that fandom. It kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
You get upset. You be like, dang it, we lost the first game.
Mm-hmm.
But this is one game that I gotta say that had the Knicks lost, I wouldn't have felt the way.
Neither would I.
I wouldn't have felt the way. I'm glad we won
Mm-hmm.
in the fashion that we won in,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think my fandom would have kicked in if we lost. I'd be like, all right, next game.
Exactly.
Next game. Because of the long layoff. That's a long time, Joe.
It was. It was. Clearly, you saw it.
Yeah.
Clearly.
No scrimmage, no nothing.
Yeah, clearly. It was like you almost thought the NBA season was over.
Yeah, I know.
With that layoff.
I thought it was just me that felt that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're like, is the NBA season over? Do we gotta wait till October? Is the season over? What's going on here?
Yeah, I was definitely one of those like, what happened?
Yeah,
It was too quiet.
very.
Ah,
And you
that's
see
saying a
that?
lot.
That's saying a lot.
That's saying a lot.
A certain team that's off and it's too quiet.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. That's saying a lot. So what does that mean? NBA playoffs don't shake
Mm-mm.
if the Knickerbockers are not involved.
Feed them, Joe. Feed them.
The NBA players, the NBA playoffs, excuse me, the NBA playoffs does
Yeah.
not move and shake
Yeah.
unless the New York Knickerbockers are involved. Why? Well, before we get to that, let's talk about the brilliant first game, a dynamic first game. Let's talk about both first games. We'll get back to why the NBA playoffs don't shake unless New York's involved. But let's go to the West. Let's go to the West one first. We'll save the best for last.
The West Side.
No,
The
yeah,
West
no,
Side.
no shade to the Western Conference Finals because the Western Conference Finals lived up to the hype because from
Butter.
the very beginning of the season, or
Butter.
not the very beginning, at least midway through the season, everybody, analysts, fans alike, is going to be a collision course.
Yeah.
San Antonio, OKC, it's going to be a collision course.
Of course. I mean, there was.
Yeah, them two are going to battle it out
Yeah.
to get a seat at the finals. And boy, did we have a battle. Boy, did we have a battle, Chef.
Often overstated. Somebody's got to lose.
Yeah, yeah.
Often overstated.
Somebody's got to lose.
Somebody's got to lose.
And you want to talk about a coming out party? Boy, Wemby. Wemby, the Shaolin alien.
Yes.
41 and 23, Vlad. That was his line. 41 and 23. That's unfair.
No, listen. Absolutely.
41 and 23, Vlad. Put on a masterpiece.
I'll tell you what got me the
Absolute
most.
masterpiece. Go ahead.
The pull-up three.
I was done. I was done.
The
I
pull-up
said, wait a
three.
minute. I was done. From half. From the logo.
From the logo. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, from the logo.
It looked it's so efficient. It was so butter.
Efficient. It was a jump shot, Vlad. It wasn't like a desperate heave.
No.
You know, the average ball player, that would be a desperation heave. No, he shot a jumper from
Pull
the
up.
logo.
Pull up.
Wet.
Wet. Wet. All net, John.
You know what I mean?
If it hit iron, it was the back.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was a very exciting first game between those two teams, and it very much lived up to the hype. They were going back and forth. OKC made their comeback, made their epic comeback. Of course, SGA, aka some people call him the Merchant, no shade, because you know how that go. Yeah, you know, SGA gonna get them calls.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Zach Zarba.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That part.
Zach Zarba.
That 100% that part.
Zach Zarba was in the building. You know what I'm saying? But you know, even with Zach Zarba in the building, SGA had to get them. You know, SGA got to hit his calls because SGA is one of the faces of the franchise. I guess Adam Silver's promoting. Are we going there? Yeah, a little bit. We're gonna get a little bit more deeper into it. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. I think everybody knows by now, John.
I mean, they should, right?
Everybody knows
They
how
got,
scripted this is.
they're not, people not, can't be,
Oblivious.
yeah, right? I mean, come on, it's 2026. It's blatant. I mean, even things, and what's making it more blatant is these gambling apps. Is really accentuating it even more. But I digress. This is, we're gonna talk about the game, Chef.
Yeah.
Yeah, the great back and forth. San Antonio being up double digits. OKC with the heroic comeback. Chris Caruso lighting it up. Chris Caruso.
It's
Um,
good to see him back.
yeah, good to see Alex Caruso, not Chris Caruso. I'm sorry, Alex Caruso, AC.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, for
yeah,
the fans.
doing his thing. He dropped 34 in that game. He was on that night. He's the one that kept OKC in the game. Um, the back and forth, Wemby just dominant. They had nothing for him. They really had nothing for him. Watching that game, the way Wemby changed the trajectory of the game, they could not, they dare not drive to the rack.
Yeah.
When he when he
No.
when he was in the post,
Yeah.
nobody dared to drive to the rack.
He was effective.
Very effective, beyond effective.
Yeah.
And that little thing between him and Chet, yeah, they got to it.
Oh
They
yeah.
got to it.
Oh yeah. And again, I didn't know that. Excuse me, John. I didn't know
Yeah,
that it extended from the Olympics or the some basketball tournament, the whatever, the World Cup, whatever you want to call it.
yeah,
It started then when Wimby lost.
yeah.
And he just in his head saw Chet and went bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Not again. In the final round, nonetheless,
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
West Coast, that is.
yeah. But it was a crash course to the face off. Everybody anticipated it. It was everybody expected it. They were the top two teams at a 1 and 2 seed. Both teams had 60-win seasons. So uh, everybody was like, "Oh, this is the heavyweight fight. This is the heavyweight title fight."
Did I got a question for you?
Yeah.
Did the league get it right?
Um, I want to say yeah because Adam Adam Silver Adam Silver is pro small market. Clearly, clearly he's pro small market.
Two
You know what
small
I'm saying?
markets.
And you got your two small market teams, two faces of the NBA, Wemby and SGA,
Yeah.
who won back-to-back MVP, right? So he's a two-time MVP now. Wemby's next up. He's coming. He's coming. He's been heavily promoted in the media.
Yes.
Um, his skill set, his unfair ability to just dominate, um, because he's so tall. 7'5". I mean, he's actually and interesting enough, he's not the tallest NBA that we've ever experienced because remember we had George Mirasan. George Mirasan
Yeah.
was 7'7". Yao Ming is the same height as him, 7'5". But interesting enough, Yao Ming had T-Rex arms compared to Wemby, which is crazy, right? But Yao was 7'5" though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he had T-Rex arms compared
You,
to
you say that now.
yeah,
I gotta tell you, did we miss out on Bobo?
Bobo.
Mm-hmm. Manute Bol's son.
You know what? He might have been in the wrong system, man. Right?
Because he was nice.
Yeah,
He
yeah, I
had a
agree.
jumper,
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
but nobody would let him live.
Nobody would let him. I agree. 1,000%. I agree. I agree. Bobo had game, man.
He did have game.
Yeah, Bobo had game, but he got lost in the sauce somehow. I don't
It's
even know where
just
Bobo is. Where's Bobo?
that's a good question.
Is he playing for somebody? You know what I'm
If
saying?
he is, it's overseas.
Yeah, that's crazy work, man. But I agree with you 1,000%, man. Bobo definitely had it. Um, they could have built him up. But it's other things too, man. Yeah, it's other things too. I don't want to say it might come off kind of messed up, but when I say there's other things,
Of course. Of
it,
course. You
it,
already know.
it,
You already
come
know.
on, audience, it was other things.
You already
um,
know.
certain
Allegedly, he's supposed to be in Phoenix.
Yeah, last time I saw him play, he was in Phoenix. Yeah, so if he's still there,
And
that's
after that, he just tapered off.
yeah. The last time I saw him play, he was in Phoenix, and he was
Yeah.
kind of doing his thing a little bit.
Yeah, he
You know what I mean?
was. He was, definitely.
Yeah, Bobo had a handle too. He had a little
He
handle.
did.
Yeah,
He did. Like I said,
he could take you off the dribble.
they wouldn't let him cook.
Yeah, they wouldn't take you off the dribble.
They
But
wouldn't.
you know, the NBA is gonna feature who they want to feature,
100%.
and it's been like that for a while now. So this whole thing about who's gonna be the face of the league,
Yeah.
um, it's looking like right now. It's looking like SGA, but I think Wemby's gonna come up. He's next up. I don't know if he's gonna be the face or one of the faces. But I don't think. I think he's going to be one of the faces because it'll never be another Mike Jordan
No.
because Mike Jordan was the face.
Yes.
He was the face of the league.
The closest we'll ever get to a Michael Jordan-esque type player. I
Mm.
gotta say, it's gotta be Anthony Brown. I mean Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anthony Edwards, only because of what he does on the court. It's
yeah,
special.
yeah,
Outside of that, there really isn't a next up. We
yeah,
What we gotta expect is the next up and coming player, which you just said is Wimby.
hmm
Different body,
yeah,
different style of play,
yeah.
but can lead this NBA to the next generation.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. So I think in this day and age, I'm looking at Adam Silver, who's a promoter of the smaller market, which is understandable to generate revenue for the smaller market organizations. So ownership can get get a nice share of the dividends and things of that nature because it's business at the end of the day, people. Y'all got
Yeah,
to know this. The fine
yeah,
print says entertainment. This is all business. This is about the bottom line. You understand? And
yeah.
so it's about looking for a player that's marketable for the league and not necessarily trying to look at the big market organization, a la New York, a la LA. Um, King James' reign is about coming to an end, whether people want to admit it or not. So they're looking for the fresh new face. Um, and Wemby looks like he's going to be next up.
Which is ironic, right? When you look at it,
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't think it's not like before where you had Julius Irving,
Yeah,
Michael Jordan,
right.
Kobe,
Yeah,
LeBron. It's now spread out to carrying the league, faces
yeah,
carrying the league. I don't
yeah.
think they want one dominant player. Because when
Hmm.
you look at it, right, John, think about it. Look at the Western and Eastern Conference
Yeah,
Finals, right?
yes. Hmm.
You got a center, Wimby.
Hmm.
You got a small power forward, Anthony,
Hmm.
and then you got a guard who used to be Steph, but now it looks like it's getting transferred over slowly to who? JB.
Hmm.
So there's different sizes for different people to appeal to.
Hmm.
If you still like old fashioned, old school, like you're big, you're back down, you got Wimby. You got that flashy, I'm gonna dunk it in your face, don't
Hmm.
jump in my way, or I'm gonna put it on you,
Hmm.
Anthony Edwards. And then you
Hmm.
got the flashy guard that could put it behind his back. Not proficient with it.
Hmm.
Nothing like Steph. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
Steph's handle is freaking bananas right now.
right.
But somebody that kids can relate to,
Hmm.
that can shoot, can turn it on, is a dog. I mean, you got JB.
Right.
So you're
Right.
still missing your small forward and your shooting guard, right? So I think the NBA is looking for that. So I think they're trying to spread it out
Mm-hmm.
so that
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to the playoffs, it's
Mm-hmm.
even more entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Multiple faces, multiple
Yeah,
features.
multiple faces. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I see what you're saying. Um, but what's your thoughts on game one of OKC San Antonio?
Listen, I watched that game from beginning to end. There's no comparison between the Knicks and Cavaliers versus San Antonio versus OKC.
Mm-hmm.
It was from beginning to end. San Antonio and OKC were beating each other up because it was going back and forth.
Yeah,
And then it came down to the final, minutes of the game. That game was a blockbuster game.
yeah, it was.
You know what I mean? You got Wemby blocking shots, making layups, looking like a real dog. Because to me, I always thought that Wemby was just a quiet kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we got to thank Pop for that, right? Pop protected him,
Right.
kept him away from certain noises, and kept him humble. And he played a humble game.
Yes.
And then as soon as Pop announced his retirement, yo, Wemby went bananas. He went
Mm-hmm.
bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yo, listen, I want a seat at the table. And I'm not asking.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's right.
I'm not asking. Last year I asked,
Yeah,
and that's what I got. So this year I'm taking it.
that's right.
I
That's
ain't
right.
asking for a head table shot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking for a seat at the table with the best players in the game, and I can go toe for toe with any of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he proved that last night in game one. And on top of that, what made it even more exciting is that there was no layoffs. So both teams came in hot,
Yeah.
ready to play.
Right.
And it was a battle all the way through the regulation and going into overtime. It was
Right.
anybody's game until overtime. Overtime, you could see Wemby take over. You know what I mean? So it was definitely a fun game to watch,
Mm-hmm.
entertaining. Wemby let nothing in the paint. He was going after Shet Holmgren. He was blocking balls. He was going the alley oop, Ja. The alley oop was sick. Was sick.
That was the game sealer.
Yeah.
Once I saw that play, I said, "Oh, that's it. They got it. They got it."
Yo, how you throw an alley from that far and he catch it and it's not just a regular dunk neither. It's just an ugly. It was just in your face.
Yeah, and he kind of caught it in reverse and kind of spun around halfway
Yeah.
and yanked it on Chet.
Yes. Yes. It wasn't no above the rim and put it in.
No, no. Is it?
And
He had to do a little slight twist. It was a crazy adjustment in the air for a guy that's 7'4", 7'5", so nimble like that.
oh
It's
yeah.
and then you're battling, and then Chet, which is interesting enough, to prevent Wemby from scoring the game winning basket in regulation. Chet was the one that blocked it and
Yeah.
sent it into overtime. So
Oh
that
yeah.
whole Chet Wemby battle was definitely at the epicenter of it all. I mean, them two going it like that, Chet blocking his shot to end regulation, and then the final play that sealed the game, alley-oop Wemby over Chet. It's like it's oh man. So
It's going seven.
yeah, I believe it's going the distance.
It's going seven, and somebody's gonna be waiting for one of
Yeah,
the winners.
yeah,
Somebody's gonna be waiting again.
yeah. It's
You know what I'm
definitely
saying?
yeah. Somebody's gonna be waiting, or not, or not. We'll
Or
see,
not.
or
Or
not. We'll
not.
see. We'll
Or
see.
not.
Um,
But you know what though? The it wasn't Wimby that surprised me. I gotta tell you, I love Castle.
Stephon Castle, yeah. So
What
you got to watch out for.
what a coming out party for this kid.
That's right. That's right.
What a coming out party for this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no better stage to do it than right now.
That's right. That's
Oh my
right.
gosh, this kid.
And Dylan Harper too.
Oh yes. 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 The big shots, the big
Yeah,
threes, the
Dylan
big.
Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper, only 20 years old. He showed out. He showed
Listen,
out in game one.
I couldn't. I would have never imagined that the Spurs built this lineup so quietly because we didn't. I didn't see this coming.
It was very quiet.
And then this blossom right at the right moment in the
Yeah.
right year.
Yep.
It's like, okay, flame on. And now they're activated.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
You
and
got,
these and these two teams are young teams.
they are very
They're two
young.
young teams. None of them are even in their prime yet. That's the scary part.
That is.
Nobody's in their prime yet.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's scary the way both of these teams are playing right now. Of course, OKC defending world champs, but the average age in OKC, I believe, is with the exception of Alex Caruso, who's I think he's 31 now. But every everybody else is I think everybody else is about 25 and under. I think
Gotta
maybe
have that
SGA
vet.
SGA might be 25, if that.
Yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, man, I watching both teams this is not a boring final. West Coast.
It will not be.
It's win one, lose one, win one,
Mhm.
lose one, and whoever gets the hottest at the end wins the series.
Yeah,
Who wants it the worst?
yeah.
You got experience versus inexperience,
Hmm.
but you got well coached by a good coach and a team that has a good coach.
Yep.
And what I mean by that is the Spurs, luckily for Wimby, he had Pop for 2 seasons.
Yeah. That's right.
No better person than learn from them from Pop
Hmm.
on
That's right.
how to win the big one,
Hmm.
how to compose, how to carry, how to manipulate, how to get there, how to win it all. No better coach. And
Great.
so
Hmm.
with Wimby now doing what he's doing, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. He's been already taught all of this. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
On the court, off the court, no different than Tim Duncan and David Robinson. If you remember those names, you know what's going on.
You know what's going on. That's right. That's absolutely right. Absolutely right. And I
What's your
think,
take on it, Joe?
I think with the case of Wemby man, the he's been followed before, long before he came into the NBA, and it kind of reminds me too. Kind of reminds me of how they followed LeBron James from high school. They
Yeah,
followed Wemby the same way because they saw him because he was looked at as this phenomenal prospect because he was a 7'4", 7'5" guy who can dribble like a guard and shoot like a guard, which is I mean, I don't want to, yeah, I can almost say unheard of because although guys like KD, Chet could shoot from the three, they're 7 footers. This guy is
yeah,
7'5" doing this. So he's the same height as Yao. He's almost the same height as a George Muresan, a Sean Bradley. Sean Bradley was
yep.
7'6", 7'7", right? So like I said, Victor was not the tallest ever in the league. But
No,
the fact that he's 7'5" and he could play like a guard, like the boy can take you off the dribble.
hard.
That's unheard of.
He's very elusive.
He's very elusive, and he can be effective in the paint. Like he can destroy your whole offensive scheme because you're so tentative and trying to taking in the paint and drive to the rack because he's just going to throw your shit somewhere or pin your shit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So if you watch the game, you saw how hesitant they were, and then once they took him out and put Luke Cornett in, that's when they got all big and bold. It's all right, we can drive to the rack now.
yeah,
Um, and the way and they try to figure out a way to even with Wemby on the floor to draw him out to give themselves room to take it to the rack because with Wemby drawn out, Wemby's not to be so quick to play weak side or contest a shot because he'll leave a wing open and he don't
yeah.
want to do that. But man, his length, his wingspan,
It's
if
crazy.
once he anticipates that you're about to drive, he's going to catch you.
Yeah,
he's gonna catch you. It's a wrap. So it's very it's a ooh man. Mm-mm-mm.
So let me ask you this then, John. Do you think that OKC has the length and the shooting to pull Wimby out of the paint and be effective on the outside versus the
Yeah,
inside?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely they do. Absolutely they do. I believe that. And that's gonna be basically the only way they can beat San Antonio to
Yeah,
pull
on the
Wemby
outside.
out. Yeah, to pull Wemby out. But as shooters, you gotta knock your shot down.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? Or if you're gonna pull Wemby out with the threat of being a legit shooter, it gives guys like a J Will or SGA to go to the rack. Um, you know what I mean? And but Kason Wallace and Isaiah Joe, the other Jalen Williams, the big one that looked like John Legend. You know, interesting enough, he's a 7 footer, but he could shoot too. Right.
Mm, right.
So if you put somebody like him on the wings that could shoot, you draw Wemby out to defend him, you could take it to the rack if Wemby doesn't react in time. Because that's the other thing too, man. Wemby has catch up speed
Yeah, he
or
does.
great reaction time. If you see you take that step, he gonna be there. He gonna turn around. Ah, I'll take that because he's like plastic man. His arm is his hand is gonna be right there. You think you got a free layup? Like, I'll take that.
Yep, yep.
You thought you had me fooled. Nah, I'll take that.
Do
It's like
do you
plastic. I'll take that. He's gonna be like
do,
this. I'll take that.
so? But let me ask you this then. Let's
Hmm.
say San Antonio doesn't pull it off, right? And they get stopped by OKC
Yeah.
because of the inside muscle play. Does
Yeah.
does Wimby need to go back and bulk up?
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that assessment. Yeah, because that's the other way to kind of take him off his game too, to muscle up because he's still kind of light in the ass. So
Yeah,
you have somebody like iHeart that
yeah.
can bang because iHeart he's
He's a
6'11",
banger.
but he's bulky. He can move him,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Or even somebody like Lou Dort. Lou Dort is OKC's version of OG. If you get somebody like Lou Dort, he was a stocky dude, like
You're right.
and level on the ground, like
Yeah.
OG, stocky, kind of catch him in his mid and move him out a bit.
Hmm.
Um, that can agitate him a little bit too, because he can be like, my side hurt,
Yeah. Yeah.
say my ribs,
Yeah.
what I mean?
Because this is the physical part of the season right here.
Yeah, very much so. Yep.
And we're coming into the most physical part aspect of the game.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
trying to win and out muscle.
Yeah, our muscle. Because you can look at it like this, I mean, you can even compare it to boxing a little bit. If you're a guy who's short and stocky like Mike Tyson and you're fighting a bigger, taller dude, what's the first thing Mike typically does? He chops that tree down. He's going for the body. He's going for the body. He's going for the rib. He's gonna chop you down. So
Yeah.
somebody like Lou Dort, who's defending him and keeps grinding that elbow in his rib, he keep grinding, pushing and grinding that elbow. That's essentially chopping the tree now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think at some point Wemby's gonna feel them. He's gonna, what I'm saying. It's gonna take something from his movement, from his jumper. It's gonna take some of his energy. So it's you grinding into the ribs. You sapping the breath out. You sapping the energy out from Wemby. That could essentially take him out too, and he'll make bad shooting decisions and bad shots because psychologically he's not gonna want to go inside no more because it's like damn, I'm taller than Lou Dort, but Lou Dort is just like oh my god,
Sore ribs.
sore ribs, yeah, sore ribs.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, so to your point, yeah, yeah, what if San Antonio loses? Yeah, Wemby needs to eat
Yeah.
4 hoagies a night. Drink some milkshakes.
Facts. Chocolate milkshakes,
Yeah, you
nonetheless,
understand me. Yeah, man. Yeah,
with peanut butter in it.
peanut butter in it. Yeah, put more weight on that. Put more weight on that body, boy.
Yes, sir.
So but who you got coming out? It's 1-0 now. Let's check the score because they're playing tonight as we speak.
What you call is up by
And
9.
who's up by 9?
OKC.
Of course they are. Of
Well,
course.
excuse me. No, they're up by 11 now.
Oh, they're up by 11. Of course they are. They're
Yeah.
not having none of that. You're not leaving our place 2-0.
No.
But
Don't
we see what it
let's
is. You know, we see what it
let's
is.
yeah, of course. Let's
Yeah.
not get overzealous. It's
Yes.
gonna be a battle. I don't, whoever comes out is definitely gonna be fun to watch to see who comes
Mm-hmm.
out.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta go with experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
If experience is life's lesson, then
Yeah.
you go with OKC.
That's right.
But if you want something new and something physical, something fun,
Mm-hmm.
you maybe bet on San Antonio,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's their season yet.
Okay.
I don't think it's their season yet.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not to say that they can't do it. They can. They very much can.
Yep.
I mean, look. I didn't think Cleveland could against Detroit, but here we are.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I like both teams. It's hard to pick a winner, but based on experience and
Yeah.
being there before,
Mm-hmm.
and the star power that OKC has, I give
Mm-hmm.
the edge to OKC.
Okay. So you see them in the finals?
I definitely see them in the finals. I definitely see them in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't surprise me if they fall short.
Mm-hmm.
That just means that something went wrong. Somebody got hurt or something like that,
Right. Barring injury. Yeah,
barring injury.
you see them going back there.
Yeah.
I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah.
So of course both of us expect our orange and blue soldiers to be in the finals as well.
Yes.
Um, they had, and then of course on the parallel side they had their epic battle against Cleveland.
Yeah.
Um, ice cold, shot 2 for 20 for 3.5 quarters from three. And then in the last quarter they shot eight for 12 in the fourth quarter. Um, so that was very interesting. That was very interesting. That was an epic battle, masterful battle. If you count the last half of the fourth quarter and the 5 minutes of overtime, it does equate to 12 minutes, which is essentially a quarter. And they outscored Cleveland 44-11 in the last quarter. 3.5 quarters of rustiness, all of a sudden gone. Down 20
Yeah.
with 7 minutes remaining in the fourth. And JB, Landry, Mikel led the epic comeback.
You know what, John? I gotta say I wasn't surprised because when you look
Mm-hmm.
at the way the Knicks started the series of the
Mm-hmm.
game,
Mm-hmm.
Knicks were hot. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you, everybody's talking about the tiredness and the letdown and 3 quarters. It
Mm-hmm.
actually wasn't totally 3 quarters. It was more 2 quarters in the third, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you look at it, what happened was I think JB went into um we don't need that mode because he started shooting threes. He started forcing threes.
Mm-hmm.
Hart forcing threes.
Mm-hmm.
Um OG forcing threes. And then it became a cat forcing threes. So it's like they
Mm-hmm.
started trying to get hot through shooting
Mm-hmm.
versus driving, getting
Mm-hmm.
steals, letting
Mm-hmm.
their defense be their offense.
Right. Right.
And for that lesson to be learned, it took they were at the brink. It was like, listen, we've tried everything, but let our defense. We got to get back on track. We got to get back to what our bread and butter was that got us
Mm-hmm.
here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you see the defensive onslaught in the end of the fourth or mid
Mm-hmm.
fourth that led from defense to offense, and that fed them.
Mm-hmm.
It fed them. It started getting hot, and you could see the transition coming. And it was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh boy, here we go.
Right.
So that's the part that no one is really talking about. Everybody's talking about the letdown from the Cavaliers, but it wasn't really a letdown because if you look at the first quarter, the Knicks were already doing this, right?
That's true.
They was already torching. It was up by what, 9? 9,
11 at
11,
one point.
11.
That's right.
And had the Knicks kept that pace, it would have been a blowout.
Yeah.
You could see it coming. It was building up to a blowout. And then the Knicks decided, hey, pull back. We're going too fast. Let's let our shooting take them out. And that's where they became they started resting on their threes that they weren't making. That's always
Hmm.
been there for them. And it took, I don't know who's, I think it said Alvarado was on that bench in the fourth quarter saying,
Hmm.
yo, come on, guys, stay in it. We here, we here.
Hmm.
And then right behind him was JB edging everybody on. Stay alive, stay awake.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's coming. A moment is coming. And sure enough, it took off again. Because you got to realize the Knicks are built different. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? They have that rope a dope mentality.
Yeah.
So, like you said with the Mike Tyson, they gave body shots to let them know, say, yeah, 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 we'll let you have it. And then when we come, you're gonna be too tired to shoot, too tired to come back, too
Hmm.
tired to put up resistance.
Right.
And that's what the Cleveland Cavaliers look like.
Yes.
Now, I say this, will it happen again? No, heck no. When you got Spider and Harden, and the way the media has been dogging them out, not New York fans, but the media and social media, these cats gonna have want blood. They're gonna want blood. Problem is, you know, the way the game ended yesterday, you might not get it on the Garden floor. That's the problem.
Right.
And it may come at home. I still say that Cleveland probably win one at home.
Maybe win one.
Yeah,
Okay.
because if they lose the first one at home, it's curtains.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cleveland cannot lose the first one at home, and then the Knicks will close it out at home. The Garden isn't having it.
Yeah. You would expect the Knicks to hold serve
Yeah.
uh in the next game.
Oh
Why?
yeah.
Because to your point, to have for them to come back and have a 44-11 run in the last half of the fourth and into overtime. They won the game shooting bad.
Yeah.
And you know with them, that's not going to happen a second time.
No.
So game two, they're going to be on. The rust is off now.
Yes.
It's good. It's going to be on and it's going to be on and popping now. Now, if
Oh
you
yeah.
come back, if you combine that with the defense, which we said that was the formula. We said that a few episodes back. If you keep the formula going, game two should be a blowout. It should be.
Yeah. It should be
It should be. But again, like you said,
theoretically.
yeah. But again, like you said, with Harden and Dunn, and of course, um, their snipers, Max Struess, um, and the other guy name escapes me. Um, don't don't be so sure. I mean, you expect with the intensity the Knicks have been playing for the past 7, 8 games, you're expecting to dominate tomorrow, but Harden and Don is a different beast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I expect Harden and Donovan to make their adjustments, primarily them two.
Yes.
Um, so and especially even the bigs, Evan Turner and Afro Man. Call him Afro Man. Afro Man, I don't know what happened. He was non-existent. But he was the day Afro Man got shut down. I don't need Afro Man got shut down. Cat did a tremendous job on Afro Man.
He did.
Did not expect that. I thought Jared Allen was gonna give Cat some trouble in terms of offensively, and Cap was gonna have difficulty managing that. But no, Jared got shut down. Evan Turner did what he could, but again, Evan Turner's at the end of the day, Evan Turner's still light in the ass. That's really Evan Turner's weakness, him being light in the ass,
Mhm.
right? As a power forward.
Yeah.
That's one of the skinniest power forwards I ever seen.
Yeah, that is.
You know what I'm saying? We talk about Wemby need to bulk up. I think Evan needs some chocolate and peanut butter milkshakes too.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I'm
sure. For
saying?
sure. For sure.
Right?
For sure.
Um, But here's where I saw the shift because and this is where I give kudos to Mike Brown because it took 3 quarters of the game to figure it out as far as defensive goes. But Josh Hart, I mean, let's just keep it all the way a stack. Josh Hart cannot contain Spider. He cannot.
No.
He cannot contain Spider. And um once Mike Brown realized that, and the fact that they had their snipers on the floor, and we didn't have our sniper on the floor, which is Landry Shamet. I really don't consider Deuce a sniper. Deuce is streaky, like John Starks. You know what I'm saying? He's now this team's John Starks, streaky shooter. When he's on, he's on. But when he's off, it's like, oh God, make it stop. Right?
Yeah, right.
Landry is our sniper, right? And Landry's our sniper, and he's low key a pretty good lockdown defender.
He is. He is.
Mike inserted the best thing Mike did to save that game is insert Landry Shamet in there. So,
Right time.
right, and put our sniper in there. Once he put the sniper in there and reconstructed the defensive scheme, because remember they put sniper on Dunn and they put Mikel on James. You know what I'm saying? And JB guarded what's that white kid name, man? His name escapes me. I just said his name earlier today. But you know what I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah. His name escapes me right now. Five foot. You gotta put JB on guys like him or Dennis Schroeder. You know what I'm saying? You can't put JB on Harden or Donovan. He's not gonna be able to deal. Donovan will kill them at will. So once he switched the scheme, had Landry on Donovan, Mikel sometimes helping weak side or Mikel on Harden. That was all she wrote.
Yeah.
And that turned the tide. Right?
100%.
And then JB did his thing, and of course Mikel came through the clutch. With his play offensively, it was great to see, man. Mikel came alive in the playoffs once again.
He did.
You know what I mean?
He did.
So,
Oh, Dean Wade?
not even Dean Wade. No, the other guy.
Sam Merrill?
There we go. Thank you, Sam Merrill.
Okay.
Sam Merrill. Yes, that's their sniper.
Yeah.
Sam Merrill and Max Strus.
Yes.
That sniper. And Sam Merrill almost won the game for them.
He did.
Mind you. You know what I'm saying? That ball went in and out. So yeah, no Tyrese Halliburton jinx that night.
Mm-mm.
But we got the bounce on our end when Landry hit that game tying 3.
Ooh. I think danced around the rim, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it danced around the rim. Exactly. So
And here's the thing, I'm sorry, John.
go
Here's the
ahead, go
thing.
ahead.
Cleveland fans and Cleveland alike players
Yeah,
can't feel like slighted because you were in the garden floor trying to win.
absolutely.
You were trying to win.
Yeah,
So what the Knicks did,
and you almost did.
yeah. And what the Knicks did wasn't on your floor, so they didn't embarrass you.
Right.
You embarrassed yourself.
Yeah.
You gave up the game. And Knicks
Yeah,
took
you
full
did. Yeah.
advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Quiet as kept.
Yeah, and you gave up the game by leaving James Harden on the floor because everybody talk about JB as a defensive liability, but at least JB tries.
Yeah.
He tries. He draws fouls. He'll get a little steal every now and then. He tries. James Harden is a matador.
Yeah.
That's why JB murdered him. James Harden, there was merciless. He was the point of attack.
Yeah.
So when they went back to ISO ball, aka hero ball, which luckily worked. I mean, he was the target. That's why JB cleared it out.
Yeah, he did.
He cleared it out. James Harden was the target. And he murdered him. He murdered him.
Yeah, that's crazy when you think about it,
You know
right?
what I'm
Because
saying? You know what I'm saying?
two different positions, but
Tuna,
yet,
you know, yeah,
but they targeted
yeah,
him but through mismatch.
yeah.
That's crazy, Joe.
Because James Harden is a defensive liability. He's always been a defensive
Oh
liability.
man.
Always.
Yeah, he has a.
He's a matador. He's like, ole,
Which is why
ole.
he,
You know what
which
I'm
is
saying?
why he hasn't won on that level.
There you go. There you go. When's the last time you saw a game where James Harden made a key steal or something? Or a key block? Never. Never. You know what I'm saying?
I can't think of one right now.
Yeah.
Well, let's say this because that's like a loaded question. Let's say
Yeah.
when the game was on the line in the
Yeah.
playoffs and we needed a big steal,
Yeah.
James Harden wasn't it?
None of James Harden was not the answer.
No,
Now, if the game was on the line, say 10 years ago, games on the line, you need a bucket. Yeah,
yeah,
James Harden, without question.
still, yeah,
Yeah, but
100%.
yeah, but on the defensive side, nah. Mm-mm. Liability always has been a liability. You know what I'm saying? And now
Yeah,
that he's older, he's 36 years old. JB made him look every bit of 36.
100%,
Murdered him.
100%, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Sad
So
song, sad song.
sad song, man. Sad song. So, you know, great game regardless. You got to see. Yeah, I expect. And I'm sure you as well. I expect the Knicks to hold serve next game two. They should be going to Cleveland 2-0 because if you can beat Cleveland on a bad shooting night, and we know as much of an offensive firepower that you are,
Yeah.
you should be heading into Cleveland 2-0.
Here's what's going through Cleveland mind right now
Yeah.
after game one.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting there with the towel in your hand, you're facing the towel,
Mm-hmm.
and these words come through your mind. I didn't believe it. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't believe it. They are really this good
Mm-hmm.
as advertised.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people say, "Oh no, we could beat the Knicks. They can't keep it. They can't sustain it. It's unsustainable."
Mm-hmm.
Lies.
They've sustained it
Lies.
for 8 straight games.
8 straight games.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Facts.
don't look tired doing
No.
it.
No.
Because you know why? Because they got the deepest bench in the playoffs.
Right. Right.
Jay,
And ironically, the rest was able to enable them to pull it off.
yeah,
Because JB played 46 minutes. You know what I mean? So, but that's 8, 9 days of rest that attributed to that.
but you know what though? The reason why the Knicks, this is the only reason
Mm-hmm.
compared to any year since Tibbs got there, is
Mm-hmm.
why the Knicks are this good.
Mm-hmm.
No egos.
No Eagles now.
Yeah, now. No egos.
Yeah.
No egos. Everybody's on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's on the same page. And then you have a secret weapon by the name of Alvarado,
Mm-hmm.
who's not going to let you get down, who's not going to let you give up, who's not going to want to fight.
Mm-hmm.
That kid wants to fight, B.
Mm-hmm.
He could be down 20 points as case in point,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, yo, listen, no, 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 let's go. Stay in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And that energy translated into a W
Mm-hmm.
because it became infectious
Mm-hmm.
because it went
Mm-hmm.
from one player to another player to another player to another player.
That's right. That's right.
And who wouldn't, as a starter, be upset that they got benched in the final moments of the fourth quarter, in an important fourth quarter?
Mm-hmm.
But Josh Hart was okay with it because he was rooting on his team.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the key component for team ball.
Yeah.
playing for each other. That's the true meaning of playing for each other.
Mm-hmm. Dig it. Dig it. So I guess it goes up. So I guess it goes without saying you got what you say you got Knicks in 5?
I would love Knicks in 5.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference to say that Knicks in 5,
Mm-hmm.
but I would love Knicks in 5. You know why? Because I believe that Cleveland is going to win one.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the problem, though, Ja.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks win tomorrow night. It's 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 almost curtains for Cleveland
Yeah. Yeah.
because at this point in your head you're already defeated because you're like, we had them down, we didn't take them out.
Mm-hmm.
Then in game two they amped it up and they came and fired up, given that they win tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And if they win by more than 10 points, what do you think that does to the Knicks on the road?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know. And
Yeah.
Cleveland, their Knick fans are going to travel.
The Knicks fans will travel. That's right. That's right. Knicks fans will travel.
This is too
Cleveland.
much of a big game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I think Cleveland, I don't think so much is going to have a psychological effect on Cleveland. I think Cleveland understands that um, they they were gassed. They just came off a win of Detroit, and they really had one day of rest, if that. Maybe they didn't because after they beat Detroit, they had to travel to New York. So God knows, only God knows how much rest did they have, if they had any. So I can definitely give them the benefit of the doubt that they were gassed by the end of the game, to the point where they played out of desperation. They didn't play team ball as they was moving the ball around like they did in the early part of the game. Everybody was going for self. James was going for self. Don was going for self. So and that wasn't working out. Evan was going for self.
They went to their natural routine.
Yeah, they went to their natural routine, right? So yeah, so I say part of it was a combination of them being gassed and Knicks finally shaking off their rust. I don't think I don't think it has a psychological effect on Cleveland for the simple fact they've been there before. So they're battle tested. They've been through it with Detroit. Um, they was up 2 on Toronto when Toronto came back and they battled it out with Toronto. So I have a lot of respect for these cats' offense, man. They're a very formidable opponent. I'm not one of those fans that's just going to be like, they whack. Knicks couldn't take them down. They're not gonna be an easy takedown. I still say it's gonna go the distance, and thank God we got home court advantage. I think we'll close them out at the Garden in 7, and we'll be on our way to the finals to play. Who we playing? Play the Spurs. I'm picking
Oh,
Knicks Spurs in the finals.
oh, so you go with 1999 on
We
us.
got we gotta go back. We gotta go back to 99 on them.
Okay.
We gotta go back to 99 on them, man. I think the Spurs has been the kryptonite of OKC. The Spurs has beaten OKC 4 times in the regular season. So
Okay.
so I think the Spurs is OKC kryptonite, and I think when Wemby is next up, they're gonna focus on Wemby, another small market, but Wemby is the next man up to be featured. I think the powers that be is gonna make sure that his time is now. They're gonna showcase him. He's a 7'5" phenomenon. Let's bring him to the forefront now. So definitely be um, a David versus Goliath battle, and if you want to go on a business side / conspiracy side, you want New York in the finals. If you want ratings and if you want revenue, you want New York in the finals to keep it all the way 100. You want New York in the finals, and you want them playing the Spurs because the storylines are tremendous. You got the '99 rematch, taking them both teams taking the mantle from the OGs. You got the Spurs want to get their lick back from losing to the Knicks in the NBA Cup. You got the Knicks want to avenge the OGs '99 loss to the Spurs back in '99. The storylines is tremendous. A whole bunch of storylines. I mean, all the old heads is gonna be there watching. All the old Spurs legends, all the Knicks legends. Man, come on, come on. Nobody wants to see Cleveland and San Antonio. That's gonna be boring.
I agree.
And Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, their star power ain't enough to change that.
No.
Nobody wants to see that. I'm a Knicks fan. I mean, supporter. Come to the screen. I'm a Knicks fan. And I keep seeing fan. I'm a Knicks supporter. Come to the screen, Black.
I'm coming.
Oh,
Just know that when I see that happen, I know what it is.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
As a Knicks supporter, I'm not even speaking from a Knicks supporter perspective. I'm speaking straight objectively now, believe it or not. I'm speaking real objectively now. No one wants to see Cleveland. Your ratings are going to be low. You want exciting finals? You want David versus Goliath. You want to see that. And you want to and plus the surrounding storylines with that promo. New York, the playoffs shake, like you said, the playoffs shake when the New York Knicks are involved in it. The playoffs is moving and shaking and exciting when the New York Knicks are involved in it. Either because we're rooting for them to win or their rivals want to see them taken down. And with New York being the biggest market, although Adam Silver's want to promote the smallest market, ironically, you will want the bigger market to help promote the smaller market. Let's be clear. And then you got the market for the Knicks is the starting five. It's the starting five against Wemby coming up. Because the starting five in New York is a rock band. It's like a rock band.
Mm.
And it's just the starting five. It's not even Mitch, although we love Mitch. It's not even Mitch. You don't see no Mitch. You don't see Mitch in no commercials. You don't see Deuce in no commercials.
Nope.
You don't see JC or Landry in no commercials. It's just those five dudes. They're in commercials. They're making cameo appearances in shows, movies. OG made a cameo appearance in a series.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Josh Hart got I don't know, what is that? Hennessy commercial or Cavaliers commercial, whatever that commercial is. Josh Hart got 2 commercials out. JB and Carl doing commercials together with the OG. Come on, man. Yeah. Who wants to see Cleveland, Vlad?
No. Well, the world is ready for the Knicks to win.
And you mean that literally. You're right. Because New York is a global market.
It is.
You understand?
It is. I mean, look at the way JB's cooking.
Right.
He's cooking to win, not get into the championship.
Yeah, you understand? You understand?
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to leave it at that. Knicks versus Spurs in the finals. Who wins? Time will tell. I'm going to leave it at that.
It's a good way to end it.
Yeah. You got damn it, man?
I do, but I'm going to reserve it for more info.
Okay.
Or what's going on in Minnesota.
All right, bet. Neither do I. So, yeah. All right. So on that note, man, on behalf of the chef and myself, it's your boy, the drum major. Always remember, whatever you do, make sure you love what you do so you can embrace the grind. WGI Sports Media. We are gone. Enjoy the Final Four, folks.
Enjoy.
Let's go Knicks. You know who we rolling with.
No doubt.